morning. It is Wednesday, September 24th. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. It's Kyle Mounts here. Today we're talking about subprime F-150s, New Jersey warranty pay, a little sip of Daybright, and guess what? We're launching a real big thing in 1 week from today. If you're just listening, we just rolled the promo video before it. It didn't have words, so we didn't tell you, but October 1st, we're up to a little something.
We're up to just
a lot of something.
It's a big something.
A lot
it's
of something.
A whole lot of something. I'm super pumped about this. If you go to my LinkedIn, you can find. I said the word codify. Right. It's like we feel like we've finally written down, stated, and put together what this movement, what this brand, what this feeling actually is, and we want to share it with everyone. So I'm super pumped.
Yeah, you can go to morethancars.com. and join. You click there so you can join us on the live stream on October 1st or something super special. We're doing an open house at our headquarters in Syracuse, New York. If you can, join us in person. We're going to have a little open house. You get to hang out with us for a little bit. You can be part of the live stream event, have a little food. And, we were talking about this and we're like, well, what's more than cars than inviting people over to your home? So if you want to see what it's about, hop into Syracuse Drive-In, pop in. The airport's super close to where we're at. It'll be fun.
It'll be absolutely great.
Yeah, I can't wait. I know this is just this feels like a true kickoff moment. But all right, what else are we doing? Oh, today we are doing a webinar. We've given you a lot of warning on this one. Okay, this is our next DeSoto Edge webinar, 25, 30-minute quick shot, best dealership cost reduction targets in 2025 with our friend Doug Austin of Strategic Source and Matthew Haken of Prestige Auto Collection. Listen, if you want to learn how dealers are saving money, what areas they're targeting, Matthew Haken is going to tell you how he did it, how much he saved, what he did. I can't think of a better investment of 20, 25 minutes of your time. You can go to asotu.com, sign up for it. If you can't be there today when it, at the live thing, by the way, it's 2:00 Eastern today. If you can't be there, you get the recording, save some money. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins.
Everybody's happy. Oh, look, save some money. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins. I don't know how better to say that. Let's go.
All right. Talk about saving some money. I almost said segue into the first story. Ford is making a bold push to close Q3 strong by offering promotional interest rates to subprime borrowers. It's an unusual but calculated move that is underscoring growing affordability challenges in the new vehicle market. The deal, which ends this month, allows buyers with credit scores below 620 to access the same low rates typically reserved for top-tier prime borrowers. Ford is targeting the incentive to move F-150 pickups, which now range from $39,000 to almost $80,000. So if you get a new car for $39,000 at a prime interest rate with a lower than 620 credit score, I think you're doing pretty good. Average monthly payments nearing $750 and interest rates around 6.4%. The brand sees affordability as a top barrier to closing these deals. Extended terms of 72 to 84 months are increasingly common, and Ford's finance arm says only 3 to 4% of its 2024 loans qualify as higher risk. So they're just going after.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
Ford spokesperson said, quote, "We wanted to provide the opportunity to those with credit ratings that may not be perfect, and this could help offset these rising monthly payments."
Yeah, I mean, as a risk balance, portfolio balance, Ford's got to be looking at that 3 to 4% high risk, and that's just not a great portfolio balance. You actually, as a bank, look to have a little bit higher risk portfolio, and so they're willing to kind of press in and give up this type of rates, and allow people to purchase some of these high priced vehicles, maybe that they've been priced out of because of interest rates and price points rising. Still shocking to me that you've got, the lowest F-150 at $40,000. That's not really going to incentivize much from, like low credit scores, because typically you see income in line with that. But sometimes, you got business people or things like that, that are able to purchase now. And maybe they've been through bankruptcy, maybe they've been through hard times, and they can get back on their feet and have the wherewithal, the means to drive this. And watching interest rates drive down, Fed lowers rates, perfect timing, incentivized buyers win Q3. There you go.
There you go. Speaking of there you go.
Stop.
Segue. New Jersey is helping out technicians all across the manufacturer lane. New legislation in New Jersey is giving dealership service departments a big boost, ensuring fair pay for recall and warranty work while holding automakers more accountable. The Motor Vehicle Open Recall Notice and Fair Compensation Act takes effect in April of 2026. Manufacturers must reimburse at retail labor rates, not discounted warranty rates. Automakers must also pay 1.5% monthly of book value for any stop sale or do not drive recall units sitting on lots. Illinois saw an annual $249 million increase in warranty payouts after passing similar legislation. And here's a quote from NJ Car President Lauren Perrotta. That NJ Car is their dealer state association. She says, this legislation represents a critical step forward and ensures that automakers fairly compensate those who fix their mistakes. When is a technician getting excited about a Wall Street Journal article? Today
I'm telling you what,
is
well,
the
this
day.
is so interesting to me because it's kind of it's a double-edged sword. It's good and bad all at the same time. From an automaker's perspective, you start to see a couple states do this, and you look at like what is the precedent that it starts to set across the 50 states, and how much is this going to cost you over time? Warranty rates are typically 10 to 15% less than whatever the retail door rate is, and dealers are always fighting to raise that warranty labor rate. There's even whole companies built around this. So kind of an interesting thing when you think about the couple states that provide this access. Great for the dealer, great for the technician, but also it starts to like put more question marks, I'm sure, in the manufacturers as to, is this a value proposition for us having to pay out these warranty labor rates, and can we bring this out?
What I love about this legislation, and I agree with you, it's definitely, there are two sides to this coin, right? There's a side that's excited, there's a side that's not excited. I think even more interesting to me, I mean, I came through the service department, and so I understand the fight and the constant fight of technicians working really hard to get a job done, and then a warranty job comes in and they have to spend more time on it than it's actually willing to pay, and it just creates all kind of hassle. It creates a bad customer experience because like no one wants grumpy techs and service advisors dealing with customers because they know they're not getting the proper amount. Maybe not the more, but an equally interesting part, automakers having to pay 1.5% of monthly book value for a stop sale or a do not drive. Like recently, GM put a big stop sale on Escalades when they were figuring out this engine issue, right? It happens all the time. And what I like about this and what I think will drive meaningful change is the fact it just increases accountability. When there is no accountability for shipping product that isn't ready or has a stop sale, or knowing that you're going to pay less for repairs, like when you increase accountability, I think there's going to be less of these things. It's going to come through some pain. It always does, but increasing accountability is good for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that 1.5% is basically just taking care of the floor plan
holding costs, right?
It's there. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the burden that's passed to a dealer that any moment you can get a letter or an email that's like, hey, you now have there's $1 million of inventory that you cannot sell that you are floor planning right now. We'll let you know when we have a fix.
Thing.
Right?
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Right. Dealers already bought the vehicles, right? Like the OEM already has the money, right?
That's
we'll
wild.
Let you know when you're allowed to sell it again. I don't know. Speaking of
selling things.
Sure. What the button go? There's the button.
Segue.
My trigger button.
We put all of our creative energy into the More Than Cars, the 10-1, and so we didn't have much for the segues today. But Chick-fil-A is entering the specialty drink wars with a new concept called Daybright, a standalone beverage-focused branch and brand launching near Atlanta this fall. Daybright will feature smoothies, cold-pressed juices, and specialty coffees. No chicken sandwiches. Operated by Chick-fil-A's innovation arm, Red Wagon Ventures, the concept joins earlier spinoffs like Little Blue Menu and Penny Cake, things that they've tried before. The new brand enters obviously a booming beverage space chased by McDonald's, Taco Bell's, Wendy's. Competitors like Seven Brew and Dutch Bros, we know all about that. If you got any kids, you know all about that.
I don't get the Seven Brew thing, but okay.
I don't know. As Gen Z flocks to drink first concepts.
I love everything about this. If Chick-fil-A wants to get in any other vertical, I'm down. I'm here for it. I want to see how it rolls out. I want to see if they can scale the hospitality mindset that they've cultivated within the chicken sandwich fast food world, because I think all of us have something to learn whenever someone like Chick-fil-A goes into thing. I think the rest of retail, including automotive, should be paying attention to see how they adapt the concept of their baseline hospitality and delivery. How do they adapt that to another model? And I also think this, when you just have a drive-through lane with, young folks being polite, selling drinks, being good with customer service, it just makes it that much easier to recruit. You don't even have to go in the store now.
Yeah,
into your store.
similar story, different vertical to Carvana coming into franchise dealerships like we talked about yesterday. And then, I'll say they have created a culture around their drinks in the Chick-fil-A store. So I'm sure they're going to replicate some of that learning and some of that understanding for how to merchandise, market, and incentivize people to buy drinks specifically. I go into Chick-fil-A and you see people just coming out with drinks all the time. So I think they're going to learn they're taking that learning and drafting on that knowledge into this. And I think it's really smart.
A lot of margin in drinks. That is for sure.
That's for sure.
Look, there's a lot of margin wherever you want to make the margin, right? You save some money, go to the webinar today, asodu.com. Make sure you make it, save some money, take care of people, make some money without, go to morethancars.com and see what we're about to launch.
Yo.
Gotta get that in there.
Almost missed it.